Good evening and welcome to this bedtime yoga class with a visualization in the forest. I hope this evening finds you well. This is Bridget Kimsey again, and please, if you have questions, to email me after. You can find me at my website or my author's page on Amazon. I'm a yoga teacher and author, and I hope that this brings you comfort and relaxation. And of course, always following what works best for you. All right, let's get started. So we're going to come onto our mat or on our space, and we're going to start on our hands and knees. Hello. So with this practice, we're just looking for comfort, relaxation, letting the day go, going back and forth with the hands. Maybe taking your left hand, just letting the fingers come back. This class is about 45 minutes long, includes a longer shavasana and relaxation and visualization at the end. Coming back onto the hands, just swirling around, massaging, going the other way, finding your breathing, back to stillness, and just getting into the hips. Bringing your hips to the left, look to the left. Bringing your hips and looking to the right. Going back to the first side. And going to the second side. Back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, high arching cat. Inhale, open. Have a lot of stress in your day, how you're feeling. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale again. Really working, open the body. Exhale. And then sitting back on the heels, massaging a little side to side. Coming forward in extended child's pose. This is uncomfortable for the head or neck. One fist on top of the other, forehead down. Full breath into the lower back. Exhale all the way out and melting. Good. And coming back onto the heels, middle of the mat. Sitting up for just a moment. Bringing the chin into the chest. And maybe looking up. Exhale, rounding back. If this is not comfortable, maybe sitting cross-legged. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounding back. Inhale, open. Exhale, rounding back. Good, and coming back up to sit tall. And just falling forward, rock pose, child's pose. And again, not comfortable. Maybe having one fist on top of the other, using a block, a bolster, any padding, pillows that are firm. Good, coming back onto the hands and knees and table. We're just going to go ahead and take that left leg out, just stretching into the toes. Always feel free to move around a little bit. Good. Going to the other side. That right leg is back, pressing into the foot, the heel. Good. And from here, once again, opening up. Exhaling, high arching cat. Sitting back. Walking the hands over to your left. Sinking into the right hip along the right side of the body. Going to the other side, walking the hands over, sinking into the left hip. All the way back. And walking the hands in. Rocking a little side to side. Let the head drop. Good, and just coming all the way to sit up. You could also pick your head up. With a sigh, exhale, letting the arms come down. Coming into a comfortable cross-legged position. Bringing your hands into the heart. Interlace fingers, elbows go high. Exhaling. Inhaling, raising elbows. Exhaling down. Let's bring the arms down by your side. Inhale up. Exhaling, drawing the heels of the hands, crown of the head, and temple seated. Thumbs in between the eyebrows. Let the feet and legs relax. Thumbs at the heart center. Bringing your hands over your belly, massaging the belly. And then taking the thumb, touching the fingers, find your belly button and go 1 inch down, lower Tantien, seat of your physical body. Centering in, letting the day fade away. Coming back to your own breathing, your own self. No matter what's going on, there is always a center. Breathing with that center. Allowing yourself to coalesce and come home to yourself. Letting yourself rest. Letting yourself restore. Letting yourself be. Continue with that energy down the thighs, moving into the thighs, and coming all the way forward, bringing your hands into the earth. And it's okay, wherever you're holding tension, maybe it decides to let go, maybe not, that's okay. Focus on accepting what is right now. Noticing and paying attention. And seeing what changes or what doesn't change. Maybe it feels good to let the head and neck go, maybe not. Drawing all the way up. Take all the time you need. Hands are in the lap. Exhaling, seated. Just feeling yourself slowing down. Feeling yourself breathing. Go ahead, taking your fingers, massaging into the scalp. And then down the jaw with your heels. Being mindful of what feels good and right for you right now. The back of the neck, the shoulders. And just gently tapping near the collarbone. Bringing one hand and the other over the heart. Back down through the belly and the legs. Taking your right leg and extending it out. We're just going back and forth a few times, massaging into the hips. Taking the thumbs, massaging into the foot. Almost like a squeeze release. Taking this extended leg foot, flexing and pointing a few times. How hard your body and being works throughout the day. Simply another animal species here on this beautiful planet with limits and needs, just like all animals, all creatures, reaching up. We're coming over, coming all the way up, maybe a little away. And then if you're okay, taking this right arm down, maybe left arm high, circling open, and just coming over. Breathing with yourself and breathing with the earth. Finding your rhythm. Coming all the way back up. Bringing the hands deep into the heart, the center of your whole being. We're going to bring this extended leg in. Take a pause here. As you're ready, the other leg, left leg extends. Just going back and forth a few times, massaging into the hip. And if you feel like you need some more support, maybe bring the hands behind you, sitting up tall. You can feel free to be here as you flex and point that extended leg foot a few times. Flexing the foot. And then go ahead, bringing the hands around, massaging this right foot. Squeeze, release. Allowing your body to slow down. Maybe your mind and thoughts drifting. And once again, bringing the arms up. Maybe waving towards the leg and away. And then towards and open, the arm coming down. Circling that arm in the air. And then just reaching over. I find that there's surface tension, deeper tension coming up. And sometimes by doing a little bit less, we can get into deeper tension. Don't initially feel as much of a stretch, but it goes deeper by pulling back just a little bit and breathing. Bringing that extended leg out in, circling around, going the other way. Pause here. Shoulders up to the ears, squeeze hands and let it go. Coming all the way back up and let it go. And up and let it go. Circling around. This time, squeeze the shoulder blades in, elbows by the sides, and then fully let it go. Coming back up, bringing the arms up. If it works for you, like you have a pencil at your shoulder blades, between your shoulder blades, squeeze that pencil, squeeze, and then let it go. Inhale, open, and exhale. And just coming forward again. Breathing into the lower back. Breathing into the hips. Again, maybe letting the head and neck come all the way down. And coming all the way back up, let's walk the feet out in front. So you are massaging into the feet, the toes, massaging into the ankles, calves once again. And then bringing your arms behind you, the feet are in front, and you're just waving side to side. Pausing here, looking up. And exhale. I would even say if you're comfortable, letting your body slouch, really sinking down, letting yourself coming closer in, letting the day fall away. Inhale. And then again, exhale, just sinking back. Good. And then coming on over onto your back. So from here, with your hands on the back of the thighs, just noticing how does this feel going back. We're going to come up. And then you could either go straight back, or if it's more appropriate, come onto your side and go all the way back. I can hopefully still see you. So as I'm here, let's start with bringing the legs into the chest. If you want to have a padding underneath your head, if your chin is jutting up to the ceiling, that could be a fine modification. Circling the legs around, going the other way. And then a little bit side to side. We're going to inhale, let the legs be heavy in the hands. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, legs float away. Exhaling, squeeze in. So letting the legs be very heavy and the hands letting the arms do the work. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Ha. Good. From here, can you circle the legs away from each other? Massaging into the hips. If you are feeling open enough and okay, you could try Happy Baby. Option 1, the legs about mat width apart, so shoulder width, maybe a little wider, and just flex the feet, turn the toes out, turn the knees open, and this might be where you end up. You could hold on to the ankles, come down a bit more. You could hold on to the outside edges of the feet, keep going. Breathing into the belly. If it feels too much, going back. You could have the arms inside the inner thighs. Wherever you end up, rocking side to side, massaging the sides of the back, either side of the spine. Letting your back and your shoulders, your whole being begin to rest. If it works for you, bringing the soles of the feet together. You could also wrap your fingers around the outside edges of the feet. But again, really looking for comfort. Good. And maybe, if it works, coming down into goddess pose so that, or reclining goddess, so that the feet are together, the knees are open, you're making a diamond shape. You're opening the arms. If it's too much for your hips, you could pad up on either sides of the outsides of the thighs, blankets, pillows that have some firmness. Follow your inhale, follow your exhale. And then bringing the hands on the outside edges of the thighs, rolling on over to your left side, coming into a fetal position. I'm supporting the side of my head so there's not too much drop. Can support it more or less. And then taking this right arm, reaching up and over, coming into a twist. And again, just seeing how your upper body feels, your lower body. Really appreciating gravity. The more you let go, you're not going to float anywhere. But definitely if your body's giving you any signals or clues something feels too much or that it's a strain, making sure you have support or padding to not overdo it in an area. I'm going to come back to center and we're bringing the legs to the other side. So again, starting with that fetal position, you'll see the back of me. Taking that left arm, coming all the way up. And if it is too much to look in the opposite direction of your knees, you can look towards. Really focusing on what you need right now, what yourself is telling you. going side to side a little bit. And then bringing the legs in. Circling the legs around once again. Planting the feet. Let's go ahead, just massaging the palms together. Bring your hands onto your hips and just going back and forth a few times. Wonderful for broadening. There can be a lot of tension or strain. The hips, the pelvis. If you like, heels the hands. Again, not digging into hip bone, just into flesh, just massaging around. And then as you feel ready, with that little bit of space, maybe coming up. It doesn't have to be a full bridge. It could just be a way to expand. And then rolling down from the upper back body. Pause. Middle of the body. Pause. Lower body. Pause. Opening the feet. Letting the knees flop in. Bringing the palms over the belly. Can you think of one area in your body that's holding tension right now? Just one. I sometimes envision an extra set of lungs, L-U-N-G-S, in that area. And as I inhale, inhaling, thinking of my shoulders. It's as if that visualization sinking into those tissues really allows extra air in. But whatever works for you. Maybe closing the eyes. Again, the feet mat width apart, letting the knees flop in. And then go ahead and walking the feet in once again. Using your heavy arms, heavy legs, squeezing in. Let's bring that right foot down, right leg down. Just circling that left hip a few times. Maybe circling the foot. Pause here. Depending on your comfort, we're not looking to agitate or strain. Notice I'm keeping both knees bent. Allowing the shoulders to let go. Again, you can take this as much as you'd like or as little. Getting into that life nerve along the back of the leg. You can even take this leg just a few inches to your right. Coming all the way back. Bringing that leg down. Opening the arms. Full inhale. Full exhale, gathering the legs in again. Inhale. Exhale, squeezing in. We're going to the other side. You're bringing that left leg down, and that right leg goes a little bit up into the air. Let's bend that knee and just circling the hip. Circling the foot. You feel a little cracking. And again, what will work for you? Maybe it's just being here. Again, thinking of that deeper tension. Maybe you don't feel the extra pull sometimes of that surface tension, but by keeping it a little softer, a little more supported, getting into areas that are holding stress and tension deeper within, letting the leg go to the left. Coming back and bringing that leg down. Opening the arms. And this time, interlacing the head, the fingers behind the head, and just letting yourself rest here. If it worked for you to let the knees drop into each other, that's an option. Allowing the position to inform your body it's safe to let go. We're transitioning out of the day, out of responsibility. Good, and then from here, preparing for Shavasana and our visualization in the forest. So if you want to let the legs go and the arms go, that's fine. You could have padding underneath the head, a bolster underneath the knees, or blanket underneath the knees. You could have a blanket over you, an eye pillow. You could also just lay down. Not make this complicated at all. One option I've liked and have found that people sometimes like is by having the arms open. That can feel, if you've been out and about a lot, it can feel nice to actually bring the hands to the belly. So just try for a moment. Does it work for your arms open, closed? And prepare for a deeper Shavasana and visualization. I'm going to sit up and talk, but you are going to lay down and stay here. You can also feel free to turn off any lights and get ready. Full breath in, full breath out. Truly begin to feel gravity, the earth underneath of you. And this evening, we are in a forest. You can decide where in a forest. Maybe it's with more plants or flowers, an opening with moonlight. Or maybe it's where there's moss and trees, evergreens. See how much you can describe to yourself to make it real, to allow your body to feel its home here on earth, and that it's okay to rest. It's okay to need to rest. That you are allowed to rest too. Like all living creatures here on this planet. The toes and feet and ankles can begin to let go of stress. The earth can absorb it. The earth can, like fertilizer, turning it into something worthwhile and needed elsewhere. Feel free to let that stress and tension from your feet go. Your ankles and calves and knees. Know the wisdom and the age of this earth and other species, and that it is okay for them to rest too. The bones and tissues and muscles can unburden. The thighs, the heavy lifting, the strain of emotions and thoughts can feel the gravity and the love and the vibration of the earth. And they can begin to fully relax. The hips and the pelvis. An energetic sigh, letting it fully relax, unburdening cares and worries, absorbing hope and rest. And through the back, the beautiful spine, the nerves, the nervous system, the whole back being caressed gravity, the whole back can unburden, relax, and let go. Is tugging along to the front body, internal organs, the lungs, the heart. Maybe can really feel the feeling of home, of support, of nourishment. Fully letting it go, all your hard work. And the shoulders, down the arms and hands and fingers. The lush green of the forest, helping to free up cares and worries from the arms, hands, and fingers. The shoulders into the neck and head, face and brain. Cradled and held by gravity on the forest floor. Letting yourself be enough. Letting yourself rest. Letting yourself be at ease. Now just scanning through the whole body here in the forest, part of nature and the earth. Breathing, feeling supported exactly as you are, free to be who you are, honored and loved. You are welcome to stay here as long as you like. I'm going to bring this practice to a close. If you are willing and ready, wiggling the toes and rubbing the thumb across the fingertips, rolling on to one side, coming up to a cross-legged seated position, bringing the hands into the lap and or at the heart. And I'll end with a soft Om. Feel free to join in or just listen. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti Om. May we have peace, peace, and peace. Slowly opening your eyes, and namaste. Thank Thank you for coming. Have a wonderful evening and night, and I hope you sleep well. Always come back and ask questions or ideas for other classes you would like. With love and peace, be well.